There are many services running by default on installations of Windows NT 2000 and XP, and we have found out there's a service running that lets spammers, or could let spammers, bombard you with messages. Now, Kevin Rose, you all know, he's usually over there in the NetCam Cineplex, but he's the guy who found this, and people probably don't know this about you, Kevin, but you're a very sophisticated computer user. You run servers at home, you play with Linux, and how did you find this hole?
Well, just playing around with a couple friends. You know, we like to take apart computers, just hack them, get into them, and playing around with Chris Krause from the IT department, good friend of mine, and just started playing around and actually started spamming some machines.
You found something called the net send command. Now show us how this works. This is, I'm a home user somewhere on the network. You're a guy who wants to send some spam. You've opened a DOS prompt. Now this is in Windows NT 2000 or XP. Show us the command.
Okay, well the command is net send.
Net space send and then an IP address, yeah?
Right, which is this machine here, which is I'm going to spam.
So you need to know my IP address.
Right.
And then that's the message, visit xyz.com.
Right, just a generic message, but you can put anything you want.
Do it to me, baby.
There you go.
Watch, and as soon as he hit return on that machine, it went out over the network, and this doesn't have to be in a local network. This could be anywhere on the internet, right?
Correct.
And it sent this message. Message from hacker. Notice, by the way, your identity's hidden.
Completely hidden.
On my IP address, at this date and time, visit xyz.com. So that's a little spam that you just sent to my computer.
Now, you weren't in any type of email program. You weren't in any type of
Nothing's running.
Chat program. Nothing running.
Just Windows.
Pops up. Correct.
All right, let's talk. We're going to come over here. We're going to talk a little bit about how this could be used by somebody who doesn't have your best interests at heart.
Okay.
So what's involved here?
Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to do a port scan to find out which machines can be hacked.
You need my IP address. You can't do it without it.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a range of IP addresses and run a port scan for port 139.
Now, this is open on a lot of machines. This is the NetBIOS port.
Correct.
Okay.
And anytime that the messenger service is turned on, it'll be found at that port number.
Is messenger service turned on by default?
Yes, it is. On 98, 2000,
NT 2000
NT 2000 XP.
So if you have an XP box, chances are this port, this messenger service, is on right now.
It is right now.
Regardless of whether you're on a corporate network. So you scan it. The software comes back with people who that's turned on?
Right. Basically, you'll send a scan out to all these machines. Certain machines will come back. Now, machines like Linux and Mac machines, they might have that port closed.
Right.
Because they're not going to have that service turned on.
Right.
But for the majority of machines, you're going to get the message coming back saying this machine can now receive an attack.
So this software is going to give me a list of machines that are open.
Exactly.
Now what do I do?
Now you dump into a batch file.
All the IP addresses.
All the IP addresses, along with a command in front of it.
The net space send.
Net space send, the IP address that's open, and then the spam message that you want to send.
Now, not only could this be used for spam, but you can send so many messages, you can effectively shut my machine down, right?
If I bombard your machine with so many messages, you're going to have like a denial of service attack.
That's a denial of service.
And your machine is just going to be so bogged down with messages, it's going to collapse.
Come back over here. We, of course, followed the procedure that Microsoft, and we called Microsoft, and they asked us to follow this standard procedure that all security firms go through. We sent you wrote it up, and you sent it to secure@microsoft.com.
Right.
And Microsoft's public relations firm got in contact with us, and this is their response. They said the command you describe is not a security hole in Microsoft Windows. Similar functionality can be found in other network operating systems like OS2 and Novell. True?
Passing the buck, but yes, true.
True. It's used by network administrators to warn people the machine's going down.
Right, if you're going to save your data or something like that, they're going to say the server's going down in a few minutes.
They say this is a network administrator's tool. There's no user-friendly interface. There's no GUI. There's a command line. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
This net send must be entered at the command prompt. Network administrators can lock down this messenger service by blocking NetBIOS traffic at the administrator. In other words, a network administrator could keep you from doing this to my in-house network, right?
They could from the outside. If they block it at the firewall level, then it's going to block the entire
And a firewall would block this?
It would.
Okay. This is not a vulnerability at all. Again, Microsoft talking, or Microsoft's PR firm, I should say, but rather by design functionality. Thank you for the invitation to appear on the Screensavers show, but as you can see, this is merely a basic DOS-based network command. The feature, as implemented, was documented nearly 4 years ago in 1998 on the Microsoft knowledge base. I then sent him a reply saying, well, but couldn't this be used, as we've just shown you, to spam computers or to do a denial of service? He said, well, since the messenger service is NetBIOS-based, such an attack would have a limited effect because corporate firewalls and ISPs block NetBIOS as a best practice. That's probably true of corporate firewalls.
Not ISPs.
Not ISPs.
No, I've scanned and I've come up with thousands and thousands of open holes that are ready to be spammed. I mean, tens of thousands of people have this vulnerability.
You could do it to your own IP address and test your own system just by saying netsend to your own IP address and saying if it works. And then you'll know you're vulnerable. How do we turn it off?
Easy way to turn it off. Thank goodness Microsoft has built in, I'll show you here, if you go into the control panel within Windows XP and you see the Performance and Maintenance tab, Once you go inside there, it's under the administrative tools.
Now, you can go to the administrative tools in also NT and 2000.
Correct.
They're just located somewhat differently.
Right. Now, you'll see a thing here called services.
Right.
Now, this has all of your running services that are on your computer. There's like
This is visible in the computer management console as well.
It is.
Okay.
And you have like your DHCP client.
Right.
I mean, just standard
So
stuff
which
here.
service is the one we are...
It's called the Messenger service.
That's
right
the
here.
one. Now, this is not the same as Windows Messenger.
Has nothing to do with MS
It's not MS Messenger.
whatsoever.
This is Windows Messenger, which is this network service for system administrators.
Correct. So you double click on that, and as you'll see here, it says that it's started, and it's set to automatically start every time you reboot your machine.
Right.
So we don't want that. We want to turn it off and stop
If you're not on a corporate network, if you're on a home
Right, if you're
system,
on a home system, you're going to want to go ahead and click stop for
stop
stop the
now.
service.
You'll no longer be vulnerable.
It's going to shut it down, so now the service is stopped. I can't receive those messages.
Okay.
Now I'm going to say the startup type, I'm going to disable this for all future startups.
So it won't turn itself on.
Exactly. Next time you reboot, it's going to be turned off.
Now here's what we want to underline. The default installation of Windows XP, NT, and 2000, it's turned on.
It is.
Even if you're a home user, it's turned on. If I scan you and I find that that port's open, I can send this message, I can do a denial of service attack. So it would be prudent to turn it off right now,
Definitely turn it
unless
off
you're
right
on a network. Kevin, thank you for bringing this to our attention.
No problem.
And I'm sorry that Microsoft doesn't feel like it's a hole. I think it is, but now you know how to fix it. Kevin's written a detailed article to explain how it works, how to fix it. It's at thescreensavers.com. If you didn't follow the steps, please do that. We debated internally about whether we should tell people about this. After all, it could now be used by some spammer that never knew about this, but we felt it was important. Since it is a problem in all versions of the Windows XP, we thought it was important to tell people about it. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. Now back to the milk for you.
All right.
Now, good job. Now the time everyone's been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Patrick Norton.
Thank you, Leo. Folks, it's time to give away a beautiful Gateway PC. Our first caller, Barry, joins us on the phone from rural route number 3, Kamoka, Ontario. How you doing tonight, Barry?
I'm doing wonderful, thanks.
Excellent. So we got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Sure.
You're positive?
Well, I think so.
Okay. What is today's secret word that Martin held up near the beginning of the show?
Oh, I think that's cream corn.
Oh! Yay! Congratulations, Barry.
Thank you.
Go around the picture. Barry won the machine. You didn't.
Oh. Hey, that's a great thing, Barry!
Thank you.
Now,
You see, proving you can win in Canada. Our
That's the thing. Didn't think we could win up here.
Our first winners from Canada. Did you, sign up the minute Megan said that?
I signed up at 6:01 last night.
Which state did you choose?
I put down Michigan because that's the closest to Ontario.
We promised not to send the machine to Michigan, okay?
Okay.
might be fun, though. Barry, we're going to geocache your system somewhere in upstate Michigan. All right.
How are you with a GPS receiver, Ben? No, we're going to send it right to your house. That's wonderful. Congratulations. It's that nice gateway. Do you have a computer right now?
Yes, I do, and it's about 5 years old, and I needed to update, so this is perfect.
You're going P4,
Excellent.
baby.
Thank you.
All right.
Good stuff. Congratulations, Barry. Folks, we want to make sure everyone registers again right now.
Do they have to re-register? They have to start over?
Each day you have to re-enter for
Okay.
a chance to win, so make sure you go to thescreensavers.com where you'll find all the details.
And thanks to Gateway for giving us that great machine to give to you. I think that's really neat. Yeah.
Kudos to Barry. Kudos to Gateway.
Yay!
Folks, coming up, Martin shares with us. He's watched Pass By on the Internet.